from the credit side, you said 680.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering, like, because we're all like working hard to get a high credit score.
Yeah.
Does it really matter if you have like a 700 or 800? Like, does that really give you a better advantage of getting like a better rate? Or is it just like, are we really working hard to get these high credit scores for nothing?
So that's a good question. There's no, the better your credit score, the better it's going to look to the lender, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're someone who's got an 840, and let's just say we need an exception somewhere else, then maybe you having that strong suit in your credit score is going to be the reason why they'll give you an exception somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
If you're someone who needs an exception on your income, has a lot of debt outstanding, and your credit score is a 650 or a 670 or a 680, the lender's gonna be like, there's too many other red flags for me to just be like, okay, let's just push this through, or let's give this person an exception. But if we're asking for an exception somewhere else and your credit score is amazing, that is making them more comfortable giving you the exception somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I really say that to say, like, if not everything is going to be beautiful about your financial situation, then you got to make sure that you're strong in one area if you're going to be asking for an exception somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to be someone that's over leveraged with your debt and you got a lot of liabilities, make sure your income is strong, make sure your credit score is great, because you're going to pretty much be saying, let's overlook the fact that I've got X amount of debt. If you're someone whose income isn't that strong, at least let's have no debts and let's have a strong credit score so that we can say, okay, this person might have just be meeting their expectation for their income, but at least we have these strong suits elsewhere, right? So that's why I'm saying, like, it's a combination of these other four pillars,
The holistic
and
view.
your whole picture is really what's going to make a lender say yay or nay to you. And that's why, like, I really strongly advise people to have these conversations proactively with someone who could say yes or no and give you that pre-approval, because that also gives me the opportunity to say, okay, this is what your situation is right now. Let's fix this in the next month or 2 or 3 months, so that when you're ready to make ready to pull off a transaction in 3 months, we fixed it before we even bring it to a lender, right? So that's why having that proactive approach, you can plan ahead, plan accordingly, and fix whatever needs to be fixed and improve on those areas, so that once you actually are trying to buy your property or refinance or do whatever you're trying to do, you're in the best position possible. Because sometimes it's a pretty easy fix. Like, for example, I had a client the other day who had a pretty strong down payment. And like I said, it's going to be the accumulation of your whole financial situation, right? They had a strong down payment, but their credit score was kind of bad. They were just below that 680 mark. Their income was just kind of making it. And I was like, okay, you know what? Let's pump the brakes for a month or two. Take some of that excess down payment, because you got more than you need for your down payment. Let's pay off these debts. And that's going to make your debts lower. And that's also going to make your credit score go higher. So that when we come to a lender now in a month or two from now, when you actually find a property that you like that fits within your budget that I'm giving you right now, your whole financial picture looks a lot better to that lender, as opposed to you doing something right now, and now I got to explain why your credit score is slightly below the standard that they would like. You've got more debts than they would like to see, and your income is kind of shaky, but you got this big down payment. Because as a borrower, you still got to make sure that the lender is confident that you can pay this loan back. So that's why it's really important to have those conversations in advance.